Welcome to Rockville.
As the king of ping, and I've ridden over 8,000 vintage and classic, mostly big bore two-strokes in our videos, I think I'm qualified to say that this is absolute freaking diamond. And we've had a whole bunch of these DT400s or 75s. Most of them have needed a bunch of work. This one came in running in decent condition. It didn't need a resurrection. It was already running. And this thing is pretty spectacular. The shifting, the clutch, the carburation, we went right through it, rebuilt the carburetor. I'll go over the whole work order, everything we did to it in a second, but it just, I think there are manufacturers' tolerance differences from bike to bike. Every once in a while you get a crank that's perfectly true and a cylinder that's done right, but everything on this bike, it doesn't vibrate, it's carbureted perfectly, it accelerates up to highway speed 65 like nothing. It cruises along at 45 to 55 miles an hour effortlessly. There's mountains of torque, definitely a killer two-up rider Enduro bike because, well, it's got plenty of torque, being a big bore, two-stroke, reed valve, air-cooled Enduro. Just a really rare piece. Original factory paint, all original chrome's in good condition, very low miles, only 5,679 miles, but I've had a bunch of these. I've never had one that ran this good. This is a test ride that could have gone all day. The new Trials tires, the hairy nubs on the tires are still there. They have probably 3 miles on them. They stick like glue. The forks, as you can see, have been redone. The fork lowers have been repolished and rebuilt. Let me go over the work order and just go over the parts list here too. But starting with the fuel tank, that was cleaned in the inside and polished on the outside. The petcock was rebuilt. New fuel lines, a new fuel filter, new carburetor drain lines. The carburetor was rebuilt. New air filter. The spark plug's new. The gear oil is new. The chain has a new gold chain on it to go with the new tires, and brand new battery, new chrome mirrors. It's got a new countershaft sprocket, new fork seals, new fork boots, fork sliders, of course the tires, new flasher relay, has a new headlight, new front brake switch, new tubes front and rear with the new rim locks, new rear taillight bulb, new gold chain, also new grips to go with the new mirrors, fresh injection oil, and fresh Bel-Ray gear oil. So mechanically it was completely gone through. Then the detail shop gave it a full, what we'll call a full rotisserie detail, starting at the front forks. The original polished, original aluminum forks were clear coated, so they were sanded down to remove the original faded and pitting clear coat. The wheels were removed and went through the vapor blaster, so the hubs look super clean. The spokes are all original and mint. That's original chrome. Original 50-year-old chrome on the rim, still in good condition, pretty remarkable. Original fork chrome on the uppers, a little bit of pitting or wear on the fork tube on this side right here, but they don't leak with the new seals on. It's original front fender, original headlight brackets, a couple little beauty marks on the top of the headlight here. Don't know how that got there, but it's 50 years old, so it's not gonna, it has a little patina. Original gauges work great. 5,679 miles. The idiot lights work on it. The turn signal indicator. Headlight, high beam, low beam. Turn signals work. Everything works as you'd expect it to. Original bars indicating it was never thrashed or crashed. Original fuel tank paint looks outstanding. It does have a small ding on this side here that a good dent magician could straighten that out. Ours relapsed and is doing mushrooms in the desert is what Kenny told me, and won't return any phone calls. So, and that was like 3 months ago. So Mike, I don't know what you're doing, but sad to see you went down the wrong path. We had a dent magician that could have smoothed that right out. The detail shop really went to the full Monty on the detail on this. The exhaust pipe was removed, blasted, and repainted. The original flat black. The engine case covers were repainted. The cylinder head was cleaned and repainted and touched up. They took the bash plate off and put that through the vapor blaster also and repainted that. The original frame rails are perfect. There's not a ding in them. Of course, with the bash plate on there, it's hard to get a ding in the frame, but the frame's mint. Original foot pegs are repainted. The brake lever was repainted. The swing arm was repainted. The brake arm was repainted. The shocks were cleaned. The rear wheel was also given the same treatment. It was completely refinished with vapor blasting on the hub. The bearings are repacked. The rear brake, as you can see, has new brake pads. It's adjusted all the way out. The brake inner plate was sanded and polished. That's polished aluminum, not chrome. So it has the original sticker on there. New chain, new rear sprocket to go with the new countershaft sprocket. Brand new set of trials, tires, and tubes. Ready to go, man. Register it. I believe this is an original saddle. I don't think that's been replaced. It's in good condition. We'll look underneath to see. I always recommend looking underneath the frames and looking underneath the seat. Everything looks really super clean underneath here. It has original airbox cover, the battery hold down. It's got the two-stroke injector oil. So it has the original decal, original paint on the rear fender too. So the factory paint is intact on the tank and fenders, which is a clear indicator of a 50-year-old bike that's been carefully preserved and not ruined by someone on alcohol. So rides wheelies, pulls effortlessly everywhere, and it's just, I guess it's a really, it's a very relaxing experience riding this bike, because sometimes the smaller two-strokes rev to the moon on the street. This one's like effortless. It just, as you could tell in the test ride video, it just pulls real strong and doesn't vibrate, and it's super smooth. So yeah, if you're looking for a diamond that's been polished to perfection, this is about as good as it gets for a 50-year-old any motor vehicle, especially an Enduro. They're super rare to find like this. So this one's definitely Kaplan America approved. I love this bike. This is one of the second bike today that I rode thinking, geez, could I keep it? Can I keep it, Dad? Can I have it? So seriously, I would love to have this in the garage to go with the RD400 Daytona Special that I rode this morning. And it pulls harder than the RD400 does down low, because it's a single cylinder. They're both 400 two-strokes. It's a different power delivery. The RD400 revs to like 8,500. This one starts dropping off at around 6. So it's a lot of torque down low. But she's a diamond, rest assured. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.